In today's video, we will answer the question, what is an operating system? We will give the description of an operating system. We will then look at what the operating system works to achieve. We will discuss the advantages and disadvantages of an operating system. But first, let us look at this diagram. This diagram shows the conceptual view of a computer system. On the inner layer, it is the computer hardware. The computer hardware is basically the various physical parts and devices of a computer that provide basic computing resources. These resources include the CPU, the memory, and the input-output devices, among others. Now, computer hardware is very dependent and cannot work without instructions. These instructions that define the way in which the system resources are being used to solve various computing problems are provided by the user. This is done through the use of the application software. These application softwares include the word processors, the compilers, the web browsers, and the various database systems. But an intermediary is required, or an interface is required in between. This interface is what we call the operating system. Now, the operating system is a system software. It controls and coordinates the use of these hardwares among various application programs and the users. On the foremost layer, we have the users layer. Users now include the people, machines, and other computers. For a computer to function, it must have an operating system. This operating system coordinates the use of the hardware, provides an environment for various system programs and application programs to run for various users. Therefore, we can say that an operating system is a program that controls the execution of application programs and acts as an interface between the user of a computer and the computer hardware. Now, that's basically the simple definition of an operating system. Now, this operating system that we have defined works to achieve some three main goals. First, it makes the computer more convenient to use. Secondly, it also makes the solving of user problems much easier, as it allows for efficient use of the various computer resources. We've mentioned some resources before, some computer resources, such as the CPU, the memory, and the input-output devices. Finally, the operating system is built in a manner that it permits effective development, testing, and introduction of new system functions without interfering with its current services. Those are some of the goals that the operating system is trying to achieve. Now, what are some of the advantages of the operating system? We'll answer that question. What are some of the advantages of the operating system? Through its goal of convenience, the operating system helps the users to understand the various functions of a computer. Secondly, as an advantage, the operating system facilitates a good and better human-computer interaction. It does so by providing a graphical user interface for the users in form of menus, icons, and buttons. This, of course, makes it easier for the users to interact and use the computers. The operating system also allows for the sharing of various computer resources among various users. That's very common. Besides the advantages, the operating system also has its disadvantages. The operating system is a system software, as we all know, and softwares are prone to attack by malware. Now, what is malware? Malware is simply the malicious code that takes advantage of an unpatched vulnerability of the various softwares. If the operating system is attacked by these malwares, it becomes corrupted, and this affects the whole computer system. On to another disadvantage, the operating system can run a given number of tasks at a time. We then finally look at the number of tasks supported by the operating system, and these tasks include: the operating system provides the facilities to create and modify program and data files using an editor. It provides access to the compiler for translating the user programs from the high-level language to machine understandable language. It provides a loader program to move the compiled program code to the computer's memory for execution purposes. And lastly, it provides the routines that handles the details of the input-output programming. We will look at these tasks one by one and look at the processors or the language processors involved in each task. Thank you.